It
We'll
says
delete it.
live for me now.
Yep.
Okay, so I can start?
Yep.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the isolation room with Haley and Locke with our new series, Quarantine Quandaries. And this is our first episode of our podcast. So forgive any like awkwardness or bad audio.
We're working on that.
Yeah, we are. Slowly. So today we're going to get into some of the COVID-19 topics. We're hoping to cover like the stresses of working in the pet industry right now, as the pet industry is an essential industry. And we're going to look into how businesses are functioning, as well as some of the weirder, more humorous events that we've been experiencing at work, because it's been pretty weird out there. What do you think?
Oh, has it ever been? This might be the worst it's been ever for any retail experience I've had so far.
Oh yeah, no, it's horrible. People have just lost their minds entirely.
Okay, so we should describe where we are and what our situation is before we tell our stories.
Mm-hmm.
So we're Canadian.
Yes.
And most Canadian provinces are under the same laws except for 2 provinces.
Yeah.
We all know who we're talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say we know. All right.
So we're on strict laws of, at first it was, slowly shutting down some businesses, government it's the government that's saying what's essential.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have any word in this as to what essential is when it comes to law. And then limiting people, and then just fully shutting down, and some things are closing down.
It kind of went in stages. I guess that's probably how it was everywhere, where it just like slowly sunk in how serious it was, and they started kind of taking away social liberties, as they should, to keep everyone safe. But yeah, it's been very crazy.
Okay, so I'll go with how it happened for me first.
Mm-hmm.
So I still currently work in a pet store, retail store, right? So when did this start? I would say like beginning of April, late March?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I think like halfway through March.
Halfway through March, maybe?
March, okay, things were starting to get,
That's when announcements were happening, and everyone was kind of just on their toes about everything, about whatever information is popping up. And then I would say around April is when we started implying some rules within the store. So we started limiting to how many guests, customers, if you want to call them in. Us, it was like, depending on how many workers were already like scheduled that day, they also count. We had like around like 15 people max or something. It was something like that, or maybe 20 max.
Yeah, and your store is pretty big too, right?
Yeah, my store. Yeah, let's just put that. Yeah. My store is a big store. Like it's compared to your average little pet store, it's huge. We had quite a few employees too, so really limited amount. People were lining up outside at that point. And this we're in Canada. This is when it's still cold.
Yeah, it was so raining. Cold.
It was snowing. It was terrible. It was just terrible.
I know. You do feel kind of bad for people.
Yeah, and so we had to completely, because we don't have security or anything. It's not like we're a liquor store. So we had to have one person at the doors and constantly letting people in, kind of like what people are doing for grocery stores still today, is they're counting how many people are in. As many people go out, I will let people in. The only issue with that, though, is that people were not reading the signs. This is when we started every single day, at least 2 more signs were being applied to our doors.
Oh, yeah.
Because laws were just changing every goddamn second, and we couldn't keep up, right? So we have our doors are not even, they're see-through glass doors that slide open. They're not even, you can't see shit no more. It's completely covered in posters and signs.
Are they even able to slide, or like the posters getting caught in like the sliding mechanism and like jamming it like a photocopier?
We weren't the smartest at first because we started posting them outside, but then Canada, it didn't work out that way. So we started like taping them like really good on the inside. That's going to be annoying to take down eventually. And it's also confusing because you're like, where's step 1 of the information I need to see?
I know, it needs a flow chart. Like,
you know what? As many signs as we put up, we need a flow chart. As many signs as we put up, people do not seem to read regardless, even if we put the most important ones on like neon colors to be like, hey, look at this first, right? People won't read that shit. So when they were lining up, we had a sign that said, please limit to like amount of people that come into the store. Please have one person come in, like same grocery store rules, because if you're selling food, the reason why we're essential is because we're a pet grocery
food
store.
Yeah.
So we had the same exact things listed on, but we had like groups of 3 and like families of 4 or 5.
Yeah, because it's like one of the few things that's left open, and it's also like an entertaining thing. It's like a free petting zoo, like we've always known it to be.
That's already annoying as it is, but some of my workers have gone nuts with people not taking it seriously as to like get your essentials and get the hell out. Don't browse. Try not to pick up things, like they're all listed doors on like our little chalkboard like poster that we have in front there too. And then people are yelling at us because I can only let in so many people. I'm like, well, you decided to have a family of 5 meeting outside. Like you really like they have their child outside in the snow and the rain, like getting probably sick at that point, or they have their dog with them.
Yeah.
Like if I come up,
I know,
and I get it because everything's so fresh and new. I get it that they don't know better, but if you're coming up and you have your dog, if I was put in that scenario, I'm going back home, putting my dog away. Today ain't the day. And then I'm gonna come back and then I'm gonna wait in line by myself.
Yeah, exactly. And like if you think about it, like bringing your dog out, that's just another surface to get like COVID germs all over to bring home. So like unless it's like a service dog or a dog that really needs to be with you.
Exactly, yeah.
Maybe,
They weren't service dogs, didn't have any as far as I know.
And like if you have your dog with you, people are more likely to come up to you to be like, oh, can I pet him and stuff like that? Like people with like their COVID infested.
And they got like a fucking corgi on a retractable leash touching everybody.
Yeah, or they have like 5 children and they like mob you to pet your dog or something.
Yeah.
Like kids with like their sticky COVID hands.
Yeah, so we started limiting that, and then we started limiting the amount of, because we're limiting the amount of people in the store, we don't need as many people in the store. So we only had one cash open for a few days, sometimes like a few hours. It was one cashier. The line was all the way to the back of the store. But it started getting progressively easier. Then it completely shut down. No access to the public. We currently are still on that right now, where we're shut down to the public. And I work for a pretty big corporate company that you would know. So like it's like fair. We're not like the like mom and pop shop where like we don't have an app. We don't have like a website that's proper to order on. Like we do have an app developed, but we have that's what I'm saying. We're pretty developed. It's not a mom and pop shop though. That doesn't have that.
I thought you're like, we don't have. I was like,
no, we got an app. We got all this. We got a ton of accessibility available to you. So we're currently doing that. So that's how you would order anything you need other than live animals.
Yes.
That one seems like a pretty no-brainer to me, but people don't know that.
You can get live crickets.
So yeah, that's what we're saying. We're not saying animals, but we're saying pets specific, because pets. People don't consider crickets as pets or anything like that. Like feeders are not pets to us. So what else? You can order through the phone with customer service. That's kind of how we're doing it right now. If you don't have any access to the internet or an app, we're going to get more updates on how we're going to reopen eventually. Just not everyone's lost in the sauce. Okay.
I know, like no one knows any better than anyone else right now. That's why like customers, they're asking like, so when will this be over? It's like, I don't know any better than you do.
Like they keep pushing it back. So I'm going I'm like, listen to what the government's saying. And that's what's up because because like we'll have next day changes. They don't give us they don't give us an update
warning.
Yeah, they don't give us like a, hey, here's the update. This will be reinforced in a month. That's how you prep. No, it's like, hey, this is happening tomorrow. Good luck.
Yeah, exactly.
How's it going for you on your end? How's it working out?
So I worked in 2 animal-related places. The first one was the same large chain pet store that Locke worked for. We actually used to work in the same location, which is her giant like aircraft hangar sized one. And then I moved to a smaller one that's like kind of more downtownish and it's more bougie. We have two cash register areas, which is super weird, like one on each side of the store, which is really bad for shoplifting. And that fact will come into play in a story in a minute. So I'm not just sharing that for no reason. And yeah, so I work there. I've worked there for a few years now. And I got laid off like halfway through the COVID pandemic as we know it now. So I probably like early April, I guess. And my other job, I work part-time both places, is at a veterinary clinic. A veterinary clinic that specializes with exotic pets. So like rodents, rabbits, birds, reptiles, amphibians, all kinds of things. And I work as a veterinary assistant and a receptionist. And vet clinics are still open, as are all pet services, although most are only doing emergency or urgent services right now. And we are on curbside. So I worked the first bit at the pet store, and I'm still working curbside at the vet clinic. So my experience with the pet store, I was there when we were just like letting in 10 people to the store. We had to keep count. It was like kind of hard because I don't know, it's like you're trying to cash people out and also monitor. And we had the two doors, right? So people could like,
must have been a shit show. How do you control two doors?
Yeah, because like, yeah, we had two doors and we have to try, like normally we only have like one cash kind of open, which yeah, I don't know, but we have to have people at each cash we have headsets, so trying to communicate over the headset, like how many people have come in. And I'm like, oh God, I was put on, I'm not normally in cash. I'm normally like the animal care department, but I was on cash and I'm like, oh my God, I have to keep track of these people. And then I'm like, oh my God, does a child count as a person? Is it like half a person? What about a baby? Is that like a third of a person? I was like trying to like these calculations in my head and like,
yeah, stroller.
Yeah, like, so there's that. And then, not to throw anyone under the bus or anything, but we were sanitizing more vigorously and someone sprayed the Virex, I don't know, I don't know, whatever the name of the spray chemical, directly into the point of sale machine and broke them all on one side of the store. So that side of the store was cash only.
I had no clue. You didn't tell me that. That's
yeah. So we had like the one register where like everything normal using like debit card, credit card. The other side, cash only, taking people's like germy sock money, titty money, disgusting money that could have been in a stripper's ass at some point. We just don't know. Like,
and it's more cash than ever.
Yeah, I know. And like people were so confused because they'd be trying to come over and you'd be like, sorry, this is cash only. And they're like, cash only, like most of us aren't taking cash right now. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, no, it's cash. And I'd be like embarrassed like telling them that. Yeah, like we're the one people that didn't get the memo. And we were like trying to like paint with the chalk paint on the floor to like get people to stand, and like they weren't paying attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
We use tape for
we use chalk paint, and we like barricaded off like the whole fish area with like tape, and we moved in all the like clearance tables and like random stuff. We had to like barricade it off. Yeah, that's a time. And then it was like kind of awkward because I was like asking like the managers, I'm like, how do we offer people assistance? Are we supposed to like yell at them from 6 feet away, being like, can I assist you? And
yeah.
Yeah, like
that was a huge issue. So because we live in Canada, we live in a really diverse community, like country and we live in a really popular city where it's, I think, the most diverse city in the world.
It is the most diverse city in the world. Yeah.
Yeah. No, if not, or it's the top two, if anything.
No, it's like London, New York, but Toronto is the most diverse.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I'm like either Dubai or Singapore. They're probably gonna beat us with that. But it's so diverse. So a lot of people don't need to speak English here because we have small communities that are so developed in their own culture now. It's like,
you don't really need to go outside of your own culture to like for daily necessities. So you don't need to.
Yeah, you don't need to have English, like at least like in-depth English. You need English to pass.
Yeah, for like basic,
like just to get to leave your doors comfortably, right? But people would hand me their phone to show their order number for a pickup or what they're looking for, and I'm like, I can't do that 6 feet away.
You know, right? Or like selling an animal. Like, because we were still selling animals, like how are you supposed to let them like pet their necessary essential hamster like without like what are you supposed to do? Like they have to be right up in your business for that.
Yeah. Were you guys limiting customer service?
No, I think we allowed like one person in the fish area at a time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think that's like it. With like when I asked like the managers stuff, like, am I supposed to be yelling at people for 6 feet away? They're like, I don't know. I guess so.
I don't know. Ooh, question for you. So
yeah.
we all know your protection, right? That like they do
the PPE.
Yeah, the PPE. But like what you choose technically, like PPEs, I consider like whole gown and fucking like
the gloves,
to your shoulder gloves, like some in-depth real shit.
Yeah, like hazmat suit.
Yeah, I guess like all those like everything, right? So basically gloves and masks though are the two most common, and we did have them available. And it was up to us whether or not we wanted to use it. And I feel like most of the population was using it. Did you use it? Were most of your coworkers using it too, or was everyone pretty chill because we were about to shut down anyway?
Yeah, like I feel like it was pretty lax, like it wasn't enforced. A lot of people were using them just for like personal safety. I was trying to use them, but
I do want to say though, so I have a funny story about the PPE. But I do want to say, as much as it's a decision, and like if you walk into the pet store nearest to you and you don't see, especially if it's a big corporate one, because they're technically not allowed to force you to wear a mask and everything like that and gloves. I do want to mention though, they did give us like I feel like thousands of freaking bottles similar to this, were like the Lysol wipes
of the wipey
type of thing, but it's not Lysol. It's a I forget the chemical, but it's a specific chemical that is to kill COVID. Right, that. So they gave us that. We were wiping stuff like crazy. We were wiping everything we could, especially the registers. Some people were wiping every hour. Some people were wiping every customer.
Yeah.
So like we took precautions. Wow. We're not like the pet store isn't just lazy and saying fuck it.
No.
But with the PPE, funny story. So I was doing a cleaning job, not an in-depth cleaning job. So when you work in the animal department, sometimes you have to do a really intense clean job, right? And so it requires you to have your full set of PPE, like PPE, gown and everything. So I look insane. Like
I know, it does look pretty.
I wish I have a photo. I'm not gonna go find it, but it's imagine you're like hazard worker. Like
they're like bright yellow gowns.
Like I got goggles on. I got big pink clothes.
I could never
the full thing. So I did that, and I was just like, you know what? People are probably going to, not only do I look more protected, and it's if anything, I'm more protected that way. I have the things here. If I use them, I use them, right?
Yeah.
I was going to use them anyway. So I just kept it on even when I was done cleaning.
Yeah.
I was I found like, people are not approaching me as much.
Oh, that's a good trick.
Well, because we're not supposed to be, there was someone that either called in sick or, I don't know, we were just low on staff. I don't know, I forget what it was, but I had to help out in the animal department. And so I knew that was kind of my area, and I had a list of things to do, and customer service, it wasn't our priority at the moment. Like we would help, but like we're not standing 30 minutes with you to figure out what dog kibble your dog eats at that point. So I knew I wasn't going to be in depth with anyone, and because we're limiting people inside, I was doing morning shifts too, so it wasn't as busy. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep the get up for my full 8-hour shift. And did I win? Kind of. Did I lose with the giant red goggle marks? Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, I would consider a bit of a win.
It's a hack.
Yeah, it is a hack. A hack.
Yeah. So any department cleaners or that, if you need even like grooming, they had to, get the get up and do some sanitizing all in their salon right at that. Like, you know what? You don't want to talk to anyone that day, just keep it on.
Just look infected. All right. So how would you say all of these new protocols, so how would you say that's changed your work environment, like your workload, how you work, how does it affect the morale?
Yes, I will answer your question. Fair warning, I have guinea pigs. You're going to hear some squeaking in the background. Ignore it.
A little car
no,
alarm.
I'm not starving them. It's just I have Oreos beside me. So
Oh
any
yeah.
crunch, they're gonna go insane.
Yeah.
Insane. So right now, any essential worker, we're all feeling the same shit. We are stressed. We are overworked, but to no one's fault, and we're dealing with customers. You'd think that they would be, I don't know, more appreciative or more understanding.
I know,
of the
yeah, it's
situation,
very
but they're more
thankless.
entitled than anything.
I know. It's because they're bored, I think.
Well, and I think too, because it's a lot more. I guess like the situations, like I said, it's curbside only. We still have plenty of people coming up to the doors, and like we've had people pry in, like pry to open the doors in. We've had like some deranged issues, but I think everybody that's walking up, they don't really know how to use the website. They don't know about the app and that, so it's usually elders.
Yeah.
So I do find a lot of seniors, unfortunately, they're way more entitled to get their stuff way before. I'm like, I get that you don't understand how the ordering works, but I have like, I'm talking hundreds of orders.
I know.
Hundreds. And a lot of people don't know how orders work, even in corporate. So they think it's when they get something shipped to their house, it's getting shipped from like the warehouse.
I know, yeah, a lot, like the online, like a lot of people don't understand it. And
yeah, so it's not not for everything, but for most things. The reason why it's only going to take you a few days shipment to your house is because it's probably coming from a local store and not from a warehouse. Like we're not getting stuff from another country shipped to your house if it's only going to take you that doesn't take 2 days. So when I tell the customers that are a little less understanding, I'm like, hey, I know you're not getting it. Sorry, someone decided it's a perfect time to drink very loudly. What was I saying? Yeah, so even if you're not understanding of what's happening, when I'm explaining to you that I have hundreds of orders and unfortunately you're placing your order right now, or I'm helping you out with your order or something like that, these hundreds of people came before you. You don't come first. You don't get special treatment. We still deal with that regardless of age, race, whatever. Just everybody's really entitled recently. And
I know, and I get it, like, because they're like frustrated and confused, and they just like
frustrated.
I know, but we all are, and like you need to understand to like be patient with people because it's been a time. It's been a time, definitely.
Well, for you, are you getting just because you're working mostly at the clinic, are you getting like more entitled people now, or are you getting more confused people, or actually chill people?
Oh God. Okay, God. Don't even get me started. All right. So to go into like basically what the veterinary world is seeing now. So I can't speak for the dog and cat clinics because I don't see dogs and cats. But now is the time, since everyone's home, they're starting to actually notice like either symptoms of an issue that's been going on for a long time. They're noticing an animal just being an animal, which confuses them. They don't know what's going on.
Nipples.
And like now they have like time to finally get like that giant lump looked at. So now it's time to make the appointment, and it needs to be seen today, even though I've been waiting like on it for like 5 months, but now it's really bad. So we need to have that seen right away. So yeah, basically because people are home more, they're more inclined to bring the animal to the clinics. They now have time, or they're actually noticing things now because they're looking at the animal more. And I've noticed a lot, like being an exotic animal clinic, especially reptiles and snakes. People are starting to bring them in now because unfortunately snakes and reptiles, they can kind of take a lot of neglect and not die. And they aren't really something that you would like notice, because like if you choose not to interact with them, they aren't really going to tell you. Like if you're not looking after your dog or cat, it's going to come up and like get your attention somehow. But snakes, they don't really do that. So yeah, we've been seeing a lot of like reptiles and stuff, animals that do need to be euthanized because they're not in good condition. They should have been seen a long time ago.
More than ever right now.
Yeah, more than ever right now. Like we've been seeing we've been seeing so many reptiles because like normally like reptile appointments we get maybe like I don't know 3 a week. Now it's like every day, like multiple.
Oh damn, that's sad.
Yeah, and accidents too, because now people are letting their pets like out of their cages more. They're spending more time with them. So they're getting stepped on, they're getting sat on, they're getting shut indoors, they're getting electrocuted, they're drowning in things, like getting in altercations with other animals, like just yeah, like they're out of their enclosures more, so there's more accidents. So that's like bringing up the emergencies every day, like you're having people bring in animals that just got in an accident, or like again, like I said, they left an issue for so long that now it is an emergency, it's in a critical state that needs to be seen straight away. Yeah, so that's like kind of what's changed with regard to working on a daily basis, so what kind of cases we're seeing now. And oh god, another thing, because we stopped like all the routine like appointments, so we're not doing like any grooming, so like no nail cuts, no like beak or wing trimming for birds unless it's like medically necessary.
Yeah, people are not understanding what
people are not
essential an emergency is right now.
Yeah, they are not. Like they're just like, and people are bored, so they want to bring their animal in for like no reasons. There's like making up reasons to like bring it in. And like I had like a lady like cry because she wanted a nail trim so badly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just been crazy. Oh god, I was outside because we're doing curbside. I was taking animals in and out like to the cars. And there's a dog grooming salon like fairly close to where I work. And it's been closed down. So like there are these people with like their dogs, and they'd walked up to the door, and I saw them like reading like the 500 signs on the door that was like detailing like like everything before it closed, and finally there's like the thing that says like they closed, and I was like trying to like power walk by them, and then I saw like they turned around and they're like, excuse me, and I was like trying to like walk quickly to get to the door, and they like came up, I'm like, will you cut my dog's nails? And I'm like, yeah, we don't see dogs, sorry.
No, is there their nail penetrating into their paw, like through their paw? Like we'll consider that like an emergency at that point or something. Not even really. You could fix that pretty easily, but
I know. And like now is the time to like get your animals like used to like things like nail trims at home. Like you can try like touching their paws, like try filing them, brushing them and stuff.
And
so, even because you have all the time now.
Yeah, and even non-exotics, like we're spending a lot more time. Like I have a dog. We're spending way more time with our dog. It's working out really well, but we have to also be realistic. I don't want to give this false hope to my dog where I have so many hours with them. Well, I don't, but I live with other people, so we have so many hours to spend with him.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow I'm working a full shift, and he's like, "What happened?" Right? Like be somewhat realistic and play with your dogs. If you're just like, if you're at home and you're not interacting, like, or
do something for your animals.
Just something.
Yeah.
You know what? Your enclosure probably needs a cleaning.
Yeah, just a little guilt
do that.
for everyone right now. Go pause this and go, I don't know, kiss your gecko. It won't appreciate it on like a human level. Yeah, so now that we're doing curbside, have you noticed an influx in people forgetting what color their car is, or forgetting what kind of car they have?
It's stupid. It's ridiculous. It's stupid, I don't the amount.
Yeah, like I don't know the breeds of car, to be honest. I never knew them. So like, yeah, the breeds of car. But yeah, like you ask people like what color their car is, and they just like make confused noises for like 30 seconds, and you're like, okay, that's fine, just a van, that's a fine description, okay. And like,
yeah, no, at that point it's fine. For us, not only I'm assuming it's either, well, I'm probably not a rental because I don't even know if rental places are open, but I'm assuming it's like their girlfriend's car or their mom's car, or not that, something that's not theirs.
Yeah, but like the color though, like
the color,
look at the hood.
I've had people that are just completely off, like silver and red are not the same.
I know, but like also because I don't know the breeds of car, like when I'm writing them down, like the people could be totally fucking with me and I wouldn't know. I'm like, they'll write down like a Honda Cilantro, and I'm like, that sounds like a reasonable car, or like
that sounds legit.
A Toyota Guacamole. I'm like, yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, they could be completely fucking with you. Yeah,
I know.
For me, we because like I said, we have a big store and we have hundreds of orders. So hundreds of orders are coming in, just going out. It's chaos. But we're in a plaza. So it's a huge ass area. It's parking lots upon parking lots, just
oh yeah, oh
like
no,
completely everywhere. So when you think your parking lot for your store, it's not like discreet. It's not discreet to
yeah,
like, parking lot belongs to who. Like you can kind of go anywhere at that point. When you think it's filled up, you go to the next parking lot over, and you're like, wow, they're filled up. I'm like, but wait a minute, they're closed. So why is there? Oh, that's all us.
Oh my god.
So a lot of people, because it's just such a huge amount of people, when people are like, oh yeah, I'm driving a white Toyota Corolla, I'm like, okay, perfect. Like I got the details. I know what a Toyota Corolla looks like. I go outside. I'm not shitting you. There's 3 white Toyota.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Do you ask for like the license plate number?
I started asking for that if it's a basic car.
Yeah, because like I kind of want to, but like I'm scared to introduce like a new element to this because they're already confused by what color it is. I don't
honestly, yeah, and a lot of people are picking up for other people. That's one of the issues I've been having too. Is just like, oh, my name's Mark, and I'm like, okay, so Mark, what's your order number? Let me look this all up for you. They know nothing. They don't know what the food is. They don't know who. I'm like, okay, was it? And we'll go through the entire list of, I can't find your shit, but like if you swear it's here, like I'm gonna do my best because I not even because I want to help you out.
I know
and make sure your dogs get food. It's more because I can't afford to hold this here for too long. Like
I know,
our
right?
store is getting actually, because there's no people allowed in the store. Our store is getting like filled up with orders. We're like kind of running out of ideas of where to order like them neatly.
With them?
Because right now we're under alphabetical order.
Oh my god.
We'll have people that are just, they swear it's under their name or at that, or like, yeah, it's under my credit cards under this. And I'm like, okay, let me put you on hold. I'm like, yeah, no, I got nothing for that. And I'm like, but there is one there's an Oreo bag here though that says Kaylee. And I'm like, I never said your name is Mark. Or I thought, do you know a Kaylee? Did they order it? Is it your mom, your girlfriend, your whatever, right? And they're like, oh yeah, Kaylee ordered it.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna fucking murder you.
Yes.
I fully spent like 8 minutes like putting them on hold, looking with my eyes and grabbing 2 different systems of like iPads to like figure out, and nope.
No.
So I've had a lot of like, I don't know what my car is. I don't know what my name and my stuff is.
Yeah.
Like some blatant shit though. Like some easy shit. If you don't know how the order number works, or you forget exactly what food you got, but you know it's hidden food.
Yeah. Give us something.
Give me something
to work with, please. We're begging you. Oh my god. Oh,
so that's kind of for curbside. I'm getting a million calls about grooming because grooming's closed. What else? We're having and not only are we doing curbside, we've been doing ship to your house, like I mentioned previously. So that's also hundreds of orders.
Oh no! And you're packing them at your store, right?
Yeah. So like I said, people think it's a warehouse. No, it's me running around, a little iPad. I'm literally going, boop, scanning, and putting it into a box and packing it nicely. We put usually like a little cute note.
You put
stuff
notes?
it. Yeah, we
That's
have like these little postcard. Well, right now we're hundreds of orders in. Like I'm not giving post notes right now. Normally though. Normally I write like I write a cute note. I write puns sometimes. Like I'm pretty cute with it.
That'd be fun.
I put saran wrap or bubble wrap or paper with that. I pack it all nicely with the tape machine. Like we go insane with how much orders there is right now. My life is looking at a screen and answering the phone. I've had so many phone calls because we're not open to the public that I've had nightmares about the ringtone.
Oh my god, I know. I get like when I'm working, because I'm an assistant and a receptionist, whenever I'm being an assistant and the phone rings, I get like war flashbacks. I'm like, oh my god.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Ugh.
Terrible.
So along with our funny stories, we know you guys had some funny stories that we saw posted on social media. We got like just memes that you see on like Instagram passing by, some YouTube videos or whatever.
Yeah, I know it, because it'd be crazy out there, and we want to hear from you.
Yeah, let me see here. Do you got any funny stories while I look for mine?
Well, one other thing I've been noticing, this is kind of like an ongoing thing that's we're always having to deal with as like a clinic that treats exotic animals, but like it's been more noticeable lately, is people getting very creative with what kind of carrier they choose to bring their animal in.
Oh my god, tell me.
Yeah, so I mean, so far I've seen a paper liquor store bag, a shopping cart, a trash bag, like an actual plastic garbage bag, a box labeled wet napkins, which raises so many questions. Yeah, so some like your own. This one's kind of, well, it's not really that impressive, but your own tits, like where the animal just like wedged in between.
Like a bird?
No, it was a rabbit. Like, and I've had to catch animals off of car hoods just like running around loose. Oh my
fucking god, I can imagine. Okay, I have a question about that garbage bag though.
Yes.
Did the animal die? Who's put
No, it was still alive.
They put it in a garbage bag.
Yeah, no, just I guess just yeah. Oh, we did have an animal that had been deceased for a few days show up. It was a reptile.
Cremation or?
No. They thought it was just sick. It's called like as an emergency because they're like, oh, it seems very sick, and then they brought it in. It had been deceased.
A little bit lethargic.
Well, yeah, no, they're like it's been pretty stiff for the past few days and stuff like that. And then they're like, yeah, so it's dying, maybe already dead. And I was like, okay, all right.
Oh my god.
Oh, and the last one, when you go out to like a car and they hand you like a sterile glove box with like the top like open and their hand over the hole, and they're like, here you go, just keep your hand over the hole. I'm like, okay, I don't really trust this, but I don't really have a choice.
That's so crazy. It's like to go on a wild animal hunt outside.
Yeah. Oh my god, yes.
I don't know if I have any crazy stories about.
Yeah.
I just have rude people. I haven't had like crazy stories of like, oh my god, did that just happen? Of like that's going in my note binder. That happens on a regular day basis.
I know, yeah.
Oh, you know what's really fun though? You want to make my work day better? When you put in your name, I had someone put in like Weirbeard or something like that. Like they're putting funny last names in there.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Yeah, I know. Or like when people like changing, when you scan things, like when you put in the UPC as a phone number on the system, like I think there's been people have been doing stuff like that too. It's pretty funny.
I've seen that. I've definitely seen that happen.
Yeah, I think
Oh yeah, so you want to make me smile, you do that.
I know, just make a goofy name, make it better for us. Unless we need your actual real name, then don't. Or and if you make a goofy name, remember it.
You know what? There is one that stands out to me, and it's not a rude customer. It's actually a good story. Mm-hmm. So I had someone that they're just hella appreciative. And it's like the once in a million different, like out of the people that actually come by. But I remember this person. I remember when you interact, like I will probably remember your name and your story and how kind you were, like when you are nice to retail workers or service workers or anybody, right?
Yeah.
But I was putting it in their car. They were like had already their door open for me. They closed it themselves and like, are you guys doing okay? Like, do you guys need any coffee? Like I have some time. I can get you guys all some coffee and donuts. Like technically, even if I did say yes, like we can't because we can't accept it back into the store. Right? Because like, sorry, COVID. But
that's nice.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
That's so fucking generous, and like I get it for Walmart work, like people that are getting hit hard, like grocery store workers, Walmart workers, but people just don't consider us, and I'm okay with that just because
I know
think of us when it comes to retail and grocery.
I know, yeah.
So I get it when we're not the first thought, but the fact that I was a first thought to anyone was just
I know that's really nice.
I like cried a little bit. Like I closed the door and I'm just like, all right, let's just hold our breath, take a few moments and go back to work normally. Because
that's really nice.
Oh, it was so
it's nice for people to like be appreciative of everything you're doing.
So now
it's a lot.
Yeah, now that we are talking about nice people, let's go back to when we were talking about the stress and stupid people and just unfortunate situations from other people we've seen before we get into specific layoff stories. So we got some memes. Oh, do we ever? We got some stories. Haley, do you got anything?
Oh, I don't have anything, I don't think.
Okay, so let me go through my...
You've been the meme gatherer.
I have my screenshots here of some, basically some, if through social media, if anybody is part of a pet store community in any way. I thought I'm part of like 100 groups on Facebook. People are part of Reddit. We even got TikTok, PetSmarts now.
Yeah, Twitter.
We got Petco, PetSmart stories are specific to TikTok, and they've been awesome. I want to see more independent businesses though on these like platforms. Right?
Yeah.
I see some stuff that that their corporate workers are not going to be able to see.
Yeah, we do have an independent story coming up in the next episode, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So stay tuned.
Yeah, we're gonna end it on a light note, and then I want you guys to stay tuned for layoffs. Okay. So first one I see here, it's the classic Karen story. It's just everybody's gonna be expecting it. Like, it's basically the caption is when businesses reopen, 5 seconds the day it opens, we will have 20 Karens standing right outside the front doors. Expecting
ready
their
to
returns,
speak to the manager. Yeah.
Wanting to speak to the man. Like, guys, because there was another meme. It's not specific to pet industries, but or actually just in life. It's just related to life. When the government says we are less restrictive of some rules, like there's changes, and they're like, okay, we're gonna have this open and this open. People are like, oh, we're done. Pandemic's over.
I know.
We're gonna do some returns. I'm gonna go eat indoors and like not give a shit. Like, I'm just gonna fucking everywhere and go ape shit like normally. That's how it works. So when things will reopen, don't be coming in for returns and shit, because the pandemic's not over. We're still not accepting returns.
I know. Aw.
So what else do we got? Oh, this is a post saying I guess it's a story post. It says, when a lady was wearing a mask and she took out her money, she pulls her mask down, then licks her fingers to count the bills.
Disgusting. I'm sorry.
See, I'm not a cashier, so I don't get any crazy stories. But oh my god, these poor cashiers.
Yeah.
They're getting it more than any managers. They're getting it more than anybody else.
I know. Oh.
Okay, so what else? We got another post. Okay, so I know we've all been having a lot of fun lately with this whole pandemic, but are you all getting hassled by customers about not allowing returns right now? I had a customer today try to return a bag of dog food, explained to her that we can't take returns right now, but no problem, do it later when it's all over. Pointed to the signs that corporate sent us to put up on the registers. Okay, so there's signs, like, I guess, near their registers that says, hey, no returns till whatever.
Yeah.
And like the fact that it was on the doors. And when I mean, like, we plaster this shit everywhere, we have like, please do physical distancing, stay 6 feet apart, and respect our essential employees safety. Right, those are plastered everywhere, like wherever you go, right? So I imagine on the registers too, it's just covered like the doors. Lady didn't care and couldn't understand why we wouldn't do it, the return. Well, I got really annoyed when she said, I'm a nurse, I don't have time for this. Even though I was in work clothes and not wearing protective gear at all. So if you're a nurse and you don't give a shit about the returns, you look like a pretty shitty nurse if you're in your get up, like your scrubs.
Yeah.
You're not wearing a mask. You're not wearing
I know.
Gloves. You're not doing
And
all
if
that
you're
shit.
a nurse, you're probably like more exposed to like more likely to be
Yeah.
exposed to COVID, right? So
Yeah. And then
yeah.
she was wearing protective, the person that posted it, she was wearing protective gear. Or he or she, they were. I'm not too sure who it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right then and there, I was thinking to myself, I am definitely not taking it back now, especially when I know the hospital she works at is exposed. Oh, had exposure to.
Yeah.
Okay, I did have exposure to it. Okay, but in the end, she's calling corporate and how we're wrong for not allowing the return. Entitlement.
I know, like
is the basic.
Like I don't understand how people think they can complain to like corporate about its own policy.
Yeah,
Like
I didn't make this shit up.
I don't get it.
And it's not just
I
this
don't get
store.
it.
If I'm talking corporate, like when so we're, like I said, it's provincial, specific to our laws, right? I'm like, hey, you and not just this. It's not just the store. Go to any store in Canada. Like it's
Yeah, I know you
got the same
nowhere you
exact
can make
shit. You can't return.
I know.
I'm not being a dick right now. Trust me. I want to get this over fast. It's like I'm not. People are not trying to make your life worse. I want this over and done with. If I can give you a $50 bill and slap you in the face, I would. Like, I just want the interaction to be over as smoothly and quickly as possible.
I know. Yeah.
All right. Okay, for a cute one, we've had a picture of the lineup right where the cashiers are for customers to line up to cash out their stuff. And it says social distancing at the checkout at PetSmart. And it's a picture of dogs in PetSmart, all 6 feet apart, waiting.
Aww, yeah,
and I just imagine they're waiting for like a treat, or they're waiting for.
Aww.
They just look like a bunch of good boys.
I know. Aw, good boys practicing social distancing. Good boys flattening the curve.
All right. Oh, okay. So remember how we were saying phone calls are pretty much our life right now? So this person has a similar situation. Initially hearing all the phones, new online order notifications in our sleep. So I'm not the only one. Who else has started answering their personal phones with their work spiel? Luckily, my mom has a good sense of humor. They were like, hi, thank you for calling blank. This is blank. How can we help you today? And they responded, yes, I'd like to speak with your manager, my daughter.
Yeah, that one's cute.
I haven't done that with my own personal cell phone yet because I think just the ringtone is so specific.
Yeah, it is a different ringtone, but I wouldn't be surprised if that started happening soon.
Okay, let me see. I think we're going to get to our last ones. A lot of Karen ones. Oh, someone said they saw someone pick their credit card and when they pull their mask down. That's just not okay.
No.
Like,
oh my god.
In your mouth?
Ew, yeah. Oh my god. Oh okay. God. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So this one was not specific to any area. I think this is just for customer service in general. But in-store pickups. Customer. Pickup for Mike. Server. I don't have an order for Mike. Customer. It's Mike. I ordered like an hour ago. And this is all in caps. Server. Yeah. Could it be under another name? Customer. No. Mike is my name. Why would it be under a different name? Server. I'm sorry, Mike. I don't see it. Customer. It's Mike. Seriously, how hard can it be? Server. Well, Mike, I only have one order right now, and it's for Karen. Customer. Yeah, that's it. That's my wife. Fuck you.
Oh my god. Yeah, so that's what you've been dealing with.
Yeah, that's what I just said we've been dealing with. It's not just, this is not just me. We know has hundreds of responses to this. So it's many people right now. So all of you are being idiots.
I know. That's like really common. It's like a common thing I've seen too with like vet clinics is people don't know what last name their pet's registered under. And like they'll give you yours, it won't be under that. You'll be like, is there anything else it can be under? They're like, no. You finally find it by like phone number or something, and you say like the last name. They're like, oh yeah, that's my wife or something, and you're like, oh my god, please.
Ooh, we got a story time for Instant Karma edition.
Okay,
this will be fun. Yesterday, some woman was sitting in our parking lot around 7:05, and at 7:15, she drove her car up to the curb and stormed out, waving her arms angrily. I walked over to tell her that we were closed. So I'm assuming 7:05 as in like it's the store closed at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
So this is the context I'm getting. So I walked over to tell her that we were closed, but she interrupted me, yelling that she had called for her online order and she began waiting forever and no one brought it to her. Okay, only 2 of us have a phone and the third one was busy on a register, and I wasn't told about the curbside waiting, but I was offered to go check it out for her because it was she was 3 seconds away from having a heart attack, and I'm a nice person. Her response, in quotations here, fine, I'm going to wait right here, while she literally stomped her foot like a toddler. I can't find her name on any orders in the ring. In the ring. So I ran over to the office to check over on the iPad to see maybe if we haven't filled it yet. She was one of those that doesn't wait for an email.
Yeah.
Guys, read instructions too. Read your goddamn instructions. That's probably one of my biggest phone call issues. Sorry, I'm going to interrupt the story a little bit.
Yeah.
People not reading their things. Grocery stores are weeks, sometimes months behind on your order.
Yeah.
What do you think that your order is done when you put it in?
I know.
Not only do I have hundreds of orders to go through, am I a genie? Am I gonna fucking make it pop up right here? Like, it's not realistic in any sense.
I know.
So that part's a little infuriating. So we have emails that get sent out of like, hey, this is your order. You've been charged. It's been processed. And it says sit and wait.
I know.
Until you have another email that says come and get it or whatever, pick it up or whatever. And so many people refuse to read and assume that their order is ready. I think the shortest one was 2 minutes. And then there's another one that was, 2 minutes ago. It's like, when did you order? I'm like, 2 minutes ago. I'm like, fuck you. And then the one,
oh my God.
I guess, I don't know if this counts, but the shortest one I've had is a guy walking up and he's just like, I'm here for my order. And I'm like, okay, so call the store, follow the instructions that are on this thing, like follow your instructions. And he was just I forget what the situation was, but he was being really weird about it. And I asked him about his order and like when he placed it, and he's like, oh, I haven't placed it yet. And he shows me his phone.
Oh my God.
Like,
oh my God. What? No. Sir, you better step 12 feet back because I'm about to fucking cause a murder scene right now. Oh my fucking God.
You didn't place your order? And you're waiting?
That's insane. Imagine like going to a restaurant, getting mad because they didn't give you food and you're like, oh, I haven't ordered yet. Because that's like the level.
He's showing me his phone. I'm like, okay, yeah, so you see that, click, order it, and then I'm helping someone else because as soon as one person walks up to the door, 50 people walk up to the door.
I know.
Because they think it's open or they think it's something else, right? So I have not like doing crowd control.
I know, they're like waiting for the door to open just to crack so they can all swarm in like zombies.
Yeah, it is like, it's scary. When
I know.
I literally I have to close the doors, turn around, walk away. I'm like, nope, read the goddamn signs because I'm not getting. I can't, like I said, it's not customer. I'm not doing customer service, right? I can't be out there for an hour explaining to people how it's going to be done.
People like they'll be banging on the doors, like at that clinic, like banging on the doors, like have their face like pressed against the doors, like Dickensian orphans. Yes. Like
it's scary. It's legit scary.
And if someone like goes out to take an animal to a car and the door's left unlocked for like 30 seconds, people will come up and open it and walk in, and it's
it's fucking scary.
And I'll have told them like to call from outside like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, and the guy that was like purchasing, he was still outside. That's fine. You can wait outside, but you might be waiting for hours. I don't give a fuck. So after I was like done controlling the herd, the guy goes, he's like, okay, I purchased it. Where is it? I literally just closed the door on him because I was just like, wait, closed, walked away. Okay, back to this girl story because sorry, I just got riled up because that was personal. All right, so we were at the part where this lady was saying, I'm gonna wait right here, and was stomping.
Yeah.
And then this girl's checking everywhere, and she sees maybe it wasn't filled yet, or she was one of those people that didn't check the email. So the next part of that is, as I'm digging, I hear bang, 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 bang on the doors, and one of my cashier calls managers on the walkie him, "Ma'am, what on earth are you doing?" I love that. That's like the first. What on earth are you doing? Her. I've been waiting so fucking long for my order, and he stopped over and he's like, "Ma'am, some patience would be wonderful. We are closed, and she is kindly trying to help you find your order. Please." So she said, I radioed to him that she wasn't in our system at all and walked out to hand him the iPad to double check. She stormed back to her car pouting and popped her trunk. When he went out to tell her that she wasn't in our system and kindly asked her to check her email for the location, she said she got the confirmation and angry scrolled through her phone like she was about to show us how wrong we were. And Z formation snaps. And then her face dropped. She didn't look up at us, watching her, and just say, "Sorry, it's at this location," which is 15 minutes north of them, and peeled out with her trunk hood bouncing up and down.
Oh my
with
God.
with her poor golden retriever whipping around in the back seat. I have no doubt that she still drove to that location and pounded on their windows at 7:45 demanding her order.
Oh my God. Oh.
Instant karma.
Yeah,
I feel, but
slow
honestly,
clap.
as much as that's a victory for that location, I feel so bad for the other location.
I
Guaranteed
know.
she's knocking on the doors at 45.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be no one there. Hopefully they'll have left.
Oh, we're gone. Like when we're gone, when we have all our shit packed up, like yeah, it's like a few, like, but not 45 minutes after to pack everything up. Like we're out of that bitch. Okay, don't know if I have anything else. Oh, this is what we were saying earlier. Government. Yeah. Okay, so this is government versus people. So government, only go outside for emergencies. People's emergencies. I wanted a hamster.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, pets are not only not available, it should be common sense that it's not a necessity.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how long you've cycled your tank. I don't give a fuck how long you bought your cage, like how long ago you bought your cage. Actually, that's not even a likely situation. They didn't cycle their tank. We all know this. They got their tank yesterday. We know it.
Yeah, we all know it.
We know. All right, yeah. Okay, I think that might be it. Let me just double check.
Yep.
Oh, I had some juice for the next episode. All right, let's see here.
Okay.
What is that?
Yeah, so while you're looking for stuff, should I go into, I guess, kind of explaining what the next episode will be?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the next episode, as I'm sure everyone is kind of aware, at least most of our listeners right now, they probably work in the pet retail industry. So because pet businesses are all still open because they are essential, hours have been cut, and both independent and chain businesses have laid off quite a few workers. So we're going to be dedicating the next episode to stories from our listeners and viewers, kind of to share your personal stories if you have been laid off or on furlough. As I have, I'll be sharing a bit more detail into my story. It's not super interesting or dramatic, but some of the ones we do, like we have that are going to come up are. So I would definitely recommend tuning in for that. And if any of you would like to be featured, we won't have, you can be anonymous. We won't give the business name, of course. We'll put in the description below, like, our email address and how you can go about sending in your story. And then that should be in the next episode, which will be posted hopefully soon. Just stay updated with us. So yeah. You have anything else?
I got 2 more stories along with some funny commentary in the comments.
All right. So let's have those, and then I guess we'll call it.
And then I think we'll call it a day after that
for our first episode, which I think it went pretty well.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Yeah, let's end it on a good note with some more fun stuff. Oh, I'm gonna save that for. Hold up, actually, that one's pretty funny. All right. So my first one is customer, like, I want to return this. Oh, sorry, ma'am, but we're not taking any returns in light of the pandemics. But hold on to your product and we'll gladly take it back. Also, that's the pet for me. Where am I? The lady says. Server replies, Petco. And the customer replies, and why does that matter? Server replies, because this is Petco. This is beyond a pandemic situation that happens so goddamn often.
Yeah.
What's the difference? Food is food.
I know.
I feel bad for any service that has a lot of corporate, like I don't know, competition, and they have similar colors.
Oh God, yeah, I know.
Like any fast food chains that have like red and yellow, or retails that have blue and white. Oh my God, I feel bad.
I know. Just anything that has more than one competitor. It's
okay. So this is another story. Things that happened today. More customers are calling in to inquire about their in-store pickups orders due to lack of confirmation emails. I did forget to mention this when this all blew up, because servers are only handling what they're supposed to handle, which is your normal amount.
Mm-hmm.
If you get a fuck ton of orders and the server's not used to it, the server is crashing a bit. Like, it's bound to happen. It did quite a few times, and people were not getting either their confirmation emails or their whatever, right? Like, there's a lot of malfunctions, unfortunately. So please don't be angry at us. I don't control the website, and I don't control the IT team. Because Jesus, we're just doing our goddamn best. And
like, I get it. Like, I get being nervous because money that you spent, you don't know like where it is, kind of thing. Like, I get that, but at the same time, it's not the fault of like the worker.
Don't
at all. Like, that's not where, like, I get that you'd be frustrated, but that's not where you direct.
Yeah, I'll accept frustration, but accept me when I say, hey, here's a customer care line just to make sure.
I know, because there's literally like nothing we can do. Like, nothing we can do.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I just work here.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I just work here. I don't control what the fuck's going on online. Okay, so this has all happened in one day, apparently, all these stuff. So a curbside pickup for a couple that actually completed their order in the first place resulted in an associate, followed by myself, going out to the vehicle to speak to the man who refused to roll down his window more than 2 inches, both of us wearing masks and a bunch of background noise happening outdoors, so we could barely understand him. He showed me their phone with the incomplete order. The proceed to checkout button was still showing. Oh, similar experience that we just talked about. And he was completely rude when I explained to him that, oh, wait, where'd I go? Yeah. He was completely rude when I explained that they needed to complete the order first or come inside to make a purchase, or I couldn't help them. Literally waved his fingers at me and went, bye-bye then. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, wow. That's how they wrote it.
Oh, my God.
I screamed at him having to have a great day. I was angry. Oh, God. An older gentleman wearing a very holy knit face covering who paid with cash and proceeded to tell me that his niece contracted the virus, visited him just last week, and now he's presenting with 8 symptoms 8 days later. He bought a hat, dress, sunglasses for his dog. This was essential purchase that he was worth exposing me. Yes.
Oh my God. I hope that dog appreciated the hat and sunglasses. I hope it's worth.
Also, don't brag about what your symptoms are in front of me. Keep that shit to yourself.
It's not Pokemon. You don't have to catch them all.
No, like, please don't. You have just made me shit my pants. Like, don't do that. Next, this is all the same day. A young couple who wanted a hamster didn't seem to understand the rules on social distancing. They made me show them every Syrian we had. It took almost 20 minutes to decide on which one they wanted, being the last hour of opening.
Oh my God.
Being the last hour of being open. Oh shit. So last hour, they're taking the entire fucking time just to look at all the Syrians.
Look at the hamsters. Oh my God.
Newsflash, people, there's like 3 different colors, and that's pretty much it.
I know.
You'll get the one that's a little more peachy, or this and that. They're all the fucking same. They're all gonna hate you the first couple days.
Yeah. I know.
There was immediately followed by a woman that came in 3 minutes to closing, demanding that I allow her to buy a hamster. any hamster. I politely told her that I'm sorry, but because we're close to closing time, that she would need to come back tomorrow because I was really under some constraints to getting some closing stuff done. She insisted. I declined again, and then she demanded I give her a hamster because her daughter in the car sobbing over their hamster that's died, and they've been to 2 stores already. My cashier is the one who let me know that. Oh, okay, never mind. She looked to be about 13 years old or 14 years old, put me a good 15 minutes behind. Fuck you, dude. And then the comments are great.
Mm-hmm.
This is why alcohol is essential.
Oh my God.
We all know why alcohol is essential, but like,
yeah, we do.
This is why alcohol is essential. Because this is probably the running joke with all staff, like during like, like bad days where like, okay, it's drinking time.
Yeah.
At whatever, like 10 p.m. or at that.
Yeah.
This has been every day now that we're like, okay, this is drinking time. As soon as the doors are closed. We are so short-staffed and busy. The last 2 hours that we stopped any animal sales at 5 p.m. every day, including fish, excluding feeders and bugs. It's getting harder and harder. The entire customers who place drive me nuts. These are comments on this. Today, 15 till closing, I had a line of 5 people in aquatics wanting fish, but we didn't have any, so they all settled on comet goldfish. Oh, that's not good. That explained that they didn't be ready for their tanks, but they needed fish now. People, I'm tired of quarantine. People buying or trying to come in for a small animal room and trying to look at the animals. Oh wow, what? People are trying to. I've had that before, but on a regular.
Like people are trying to like go in like the back rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Where they have hold on animals. They kick them out and feeders. Oh my God, Jesus. Okay. I had to explain the essential need to my 8-year-old yesterday. Was going to PetSmart for dog food. She wanted to come in and get her dog a new color because while the phone number is the same, the address is completely wrong. Okay, so these are some other comments that are like just relatable. Yeah. It's been a rough week. I feel your pain. This next guy is just like, I'm in constant attitude. I'm tired of constant attitude because of return policy. Fuck, man. My store is going out of business. This other person saying, how many raging carings are we going to have to deal with? What will happen to our regular customers? Fuck. What else we got? Some of you need a reality check. Because you didn't see it posted or reinforced at your location doesn't mean it's fake or false. If you're uncomfortable working, then don't come in is an excuse, is just okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So it's just, everybody's just, the thing is, be nice to people. If you're going to take anything away from this, be nice to people.
Be nice, be patient.
I feel like most people have worked some form of customer service, please go back into that and realize that as much as we're stressed on regular busy days, this is now an everyday thing. We are exhausted.
It's like typical, like it's like retail hell times like a million right now.
Yeah. So imagine like a bad retail day for a regular associate making minimum wage. Now that's an everyday thing for them. Not just a one bad day out of a month or a week. Just be kind. Like I said, for that past customer, read the signs. Yeah, read the signs. Stay updated with your government on what the laws are. You can call for the questions. Just if we don't know, please respect that.
Yeah, and also like if like phone lines are super busy right now everywhere because everything has to go to the phone. So if you get put on hold, like be patient, please. Like I understand it's annoying to be put on hold, but like we are trying to get back to you. So like, and if you do have a question like how a certain business operating, like call the business ahead and don't take up too much time. Like be patient if you're put on hold and be straight to the point about your question. But like ask how they're functioning, like if they're doing curbside to make your visit to the business go smoother.
This is the time. It's also a time for you. I want you guys to do your research and everything because as much as people rely on pet store workers for advice and everything, it's like I said, we're really limited on how much we can help customers. And I can't stay on the phone for an hour. I would love to. I would fucking love to help you out because there's certain situations where I'm just like, shit, I have all the answers for you right now. I have all the and I just have to link them to my sources of where they can do research. Yeah. Don't take up too much time. Respect it when things do reopen. You know, come at a more conventional time. Plan your shit out properly. Tomorrow exists. Like, it's not, as much as it's a pandemic, it's not like where there's a shortage of food like a grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know
Yeah.
about, I can't say that for everybody, but
But
as for us in our area and our situation, come tomorrow, come next week when the shipment comes in, like don't plan your fucking food too. So if there is a shortage
yeah.
of food, especially cat food, if there's a
Mm-hmm.
shortage of anything, cat cans, like don't wait till your dog's out of food. You can't walk into
Yeah.
the store.
I know that goes for things like medication refills and stuff like that
Yes.
too. Like think proactively and make sure everything's taken care of. Like don't like go crazy with stockpiling so there's not enough for other people, because like there isn't really going to be shortages, but just for you so you don't have to go out as much, like
Yeah,
just
no,
make sure you have food.
we won't be out, but I'll be out of it for a week, and I'm gonna get a bunch of
Mm-hmm.
different people saying, my dog / cat only eats that, so what the fuck am I gonna feed him now?
Mm-hmm.
Don't be an asshole on that part.
Yeah.
If these are what we assume to be common sense,
Mm-hmm.
but like I said, just read, be nice, be respectful.
Yeah.
That's all I can
We're all in this
say.
together. We'll all get through it together. So
Right?
yeah. All right. So I guess that kind of brings it to a close. So next episode, like I
This,
said,
yeah.
we're going to be sharing like layoff furlough stories for different pet retail chains and pet businesses. So stay tuned for that. Remember to send in any funny stories or interesting stories you may have, as well as your own like personal furlough story if you have. So I guess good night, guys. Take care.
All right, we'll see you on the next
We'll
episode.
see you
Please stay
in the next
tuned.
episode, guys.
Yeah,
Bye.
subscribe, put on the
Subscribe,
notifications so you know when we do update, and send us your comments and replies, and our email will be listed down below for what your stories, prompts, questions, topics, or suggestions. Literally send us whatever you want. Whatever you want to hear.
Yeah,
send it to us.
we're open to anything, guys, at this point. So
Yeah.
all right, we'll see you next time.